What's up everyone, it's DV and I've got a new test for you, much like the Islands bully test I created, but this time it's whether or not you are a noob or a pro in Islands. How this works: for every question there's a set number of points you're going to need to add depending on your answer to the question. So at the end of all the questions you're going to add up all of your points, and if you're over the number that I give you, you are a noob. That's right. So at the end of this video, if after you add up all the points, you're going to determine whether or not you are a Roblox Islands noob. So before I begin, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe because that might be a part of the test later on. So let's go. First up, if you've never reached the portal in Roblox Islands, then I think you're off to a rocky start. So let's add 20 to your points and keep track of these points somewhere on a notepad, or you could write it on the ground, or you could write it on your hand, or you could write it on the wall, wherever you need to do, whatever you need to do in order to be able to track all of your newbie points, okay? All of your noob points. We gotta keep that, we gotta keep track of this. So next up, if you're trying to get rich and go from noob to pro by selling wheat to the vendor, then give yourself 5 points. Here's a hint for you: stick with onions or berry bushes, and if you can't afford those, just don't bother farming at all and just create my cry iron farm. You're gonna thank me later. Now, if you have money bags in your inventory and you don't know how to transfer them to your coins balance, first give yourself 10 noob points and then go outside your portal, hook a sharp left, and sell those bags to the banker. If you've never caught a fish in the pond or tried and you just can't figure it out, give yourself 10 noob points. Then take the small tip: when you see the bubbles, you tap or click the fish again. Easy. Now, if you've ever done this next one, you're not only silly, but you're on your way to noob stardom. If after farming mobs on islands, you run all the way back through those islands through the portals, all the way to your island portal, give yourself 10 noob points. You might think you're burning calories with all that running. Let's just not kid ourselves. Let's just not. If you die while battling slimes, give yourself 10 noob points. We're not dealing with squirps or wizard lizards here. You've had plenty of time to heal yourself. This next one's going to hurt, and I can see all the casualties of noob warfare right here and right now. If you've never had a vending machine, give yourself 10 noob points. Then go do yourself a favor and spend the next 45 minutes after this video grinding for one. It'll make getting coins way much easier, and all you need are 5 green sticky gears, 10 gold, and 1 crystallized iron. It doesn't take that long. Go get it. Go get it. So I hope this one isn't a shocker, but if you give people you just met build permissions to your island, give yourself 20 noob points. And then thank me later when you don't get scammed. Then once you're done watching this video and taking the test, look up my how to not get scammed video and thank me later. We don't like it. We don't like it when people scam. We don't like that. No, bad. Next up, this one's gonna make me cry inside, but if you do not have a spellbook or title spellbook yet, give yourself 10 points. And then after this video, join a popular server that gives these things away for free. You're gonna be smiling, you're gonna be killing stuff. If you farm iron ore deposits in order to smelt iron in your smelter, then give yourself 10 points. I really don't think I need to say much more about this one other than the word totems. If you've never gotten a pink sticky gear from killing pink slimes, give yourself 10 points. And no cheating on this one. Buying these pink sticky gear does not count as earning it. I'm talking you gotta kill this pink slime and then you gotta get that pink sticky gear. Next up, I want to cover food processors. Yeah, those things. I know most of us don't use them since they don't really pay that well, but if you've never used a food processor, give yourself 20 points. And then add another 5 points to that if you've never used an industrial oven. Speaking of industrial machinery, if you've never used an industrial stone cutter, give yourself 10 points. And give yourself another 10 points if you've never used an industrial sawmill. Yeah, those things that cut wood for you into planks. And I'm not talking about regular stone cutters or sawmills. I'm talking about industrial grade, made of the finest plastic 3D parts in Roblox. Now, I'm not bullying when I say these next two, but at least, I'm not trying to. But if you've never earned your own crystallized iron from picking up iron ore deposits, give yourself 10 points. And while you're pondering whether or not you should lie on the previous one, give yourself 10 more points if you've never earned a buffalo core crystal from killing buffalo cores. Again, no cheating or lying here. Buying or trading for these do not count. So again, 10 points for crystallized iron if you've never earned one of those, and give yourself another 10 points if you've never earned a buffalo core crystal from killing buffalo cores. Now, if you've never been to Wizard Island to see the infamous and insane wizard lizards who jump around randomly and shoot your face with spells, then give yourself 10 points. And if you just said that you've never been to Wizard Island, then this one will be easy. If you've never been to Desert Island, give yourself 10 points. And sadly, with all of these vamp bows duped, you may as well just visit popular islands and get yourself vamp bows for free instead of even bothering with Desert Island or Wizard Island. You could just keep those points. Speaking of popular island servers, if you've never used the popular server discovery tool or visited a popular server, then give yourself 10 points. Then go visit a popular island. It's a ton of fun and you're missing out on this really cool feature. If you've never caught a bee on your island, give yourself 10 points. And no, because you feel bad and didn't want to capture the bee because you didn't want it to, take it from its family and you want it to thrive in its beehive, and I know that rhymed, that does not count as an excuse. You still need to give yourself that 10 points, okay? Give yourself that 10 points. Now, if you did this, we got to get you checked out. But if you did this, if you tried to attack bees or fireflies at any point in the game with a weapon, whether it be spellbook or axe, whether now or in the past, give yourself 10 points because that's just dumb. That's dumb. If you are still searching for that rainbow firefly and still believe it exists after fireflies came out, give yourself 5 points. You gotta give yourself 5 points. It does not exist. It's just an event. All right, this next one's going to be a bit of a challenge for you, and that is I want you to name 3 of the developers, at least 3 of the developers that are working on Roblox Islands. Give me 3 developer names, either their nicknames or their actual Discord names or something else. Without cheating, you can't look. You got to do it off the top of your head. And this is going to be a little bit of an honor system here, but that's okay. Everything is. So if you can name at least 3 of them, then you can skip this. If you can't name at least 3 developers off the top of your head, then you need to give yourself 5 points. Give yourself 5 points if you can't name 3 of the developers. All right, in the next one, can you name the studio? The team. Can you give me the name of the team that worked on Roblox Islands? Without cheating, don't look, you can't look, you cannot look, you need to do it off the top of your head too. If you can't do that, if you can't name the team off the top of your head, then you need to give yourself 5 points. Now, this next one may be easy or hard. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be hard for a few of you. Most of you should be able to get this. If you cannot, in your head, recognize some of the things I'm about to say, then you are going to have to give yourself 10 points. Ready? Ready for this? First up, Buff Cry. You got to know what Buff Cry is. And Cry Gold, and Cry Iron, and Cry Aqua. And then you need to know what some of these acronyms mean. So here's some acronyms, okay? I'm going to give you some acronyms. BP, SFS. That's right, SFS. Do you know what SFS is? If you don't know what those acronyms and short abbreviated words mean, then you need to give yourself 10 points. Give yourself 10 points if you can't figure those out. Now, I got to say this one's going to hurt a little bit. This next question is going to hurt a bit for some of you. It goes deep. I know, it goes deep. If you do not have a smelter, if you don't have one of these fine pieces of equipment, then you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. It's a serious moment. You know what you need to do? You need to give yourself 10 points. You need to give yourself 10 points if you don't have a smelter. I'm sorry, but it's just a rite of passage. If you don't have a smelter, you need to give yourself 10 points. All right, here's another one for you. If you do not have the blueprints for making a vamp bow or making a title spellbook, if you do not have the blueprints yet, you need to give yourself 10 points. And I'm saying both of them. You got it. This is the case for both. It doesn't mean 20 points if you don't have each. I'm saying 10 points total if you do not have the blueprints for these yet. And we got another one here for you. If you've never created a potion, if you've never created one of these potions or any kind of potion, then you need to give yourself 5 points. You need to give yourself 5 points. If you have not created at least a regen potion, if you've done at least one of them, then you don't need to give yourself any points. And now with this last one, and I did warn you well in advance, if you haven't subscribed yet, then give yourself 5 points and then go subscribe. Give yourself 5 points and then subscribe. So now what I need you to do is add up all of the points you just earned during this video. And if your points total more than 75 points, then you're a Roblox Islands noob. And I hope the next time you watch this video, you can happily say you're no longer a noob. Hopefully the next time you take the test, you're gonna be like, DV, I'm not a noob anymore. I'm not a noob. So be sure to share your scores in the comments. I'd love to see them, and have your friend take the test as well to see if they're an Islands noob. If you haven't already taken the Islands bully test, go do so now. I've linked in the description below. And for more videos like this one and for future tests, hit that like button and leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.